What's up, everybody? Welcome to Total Sport HQ, your home for the best NFL breakdowns, highlights, and analysis. If you love football content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Alright, let's jump into this one, because the San Francisco 49ers just destroyed the Atlanta Falcons 20-10, and this game had fans across the league absolutely buzzing. The 49ers came into this Sunday night football matchup looking to bounce back from a tough loss, while the Falcons were hoping to prove that last week's win wasn't a fluke. But when the dust settled in Santa Clara, the 49ers looked like the tougher, smarter, and more complete team. San Francisco, now sitting at 5-2, stays tied at the top of the NFC West alongside the Los Angeles Rams. Atlanta, meanwhile, drops to 3-3 and slides to third in the NFC South. This was a statement win for the Niners, and a reality check for the Falcons. And let's be real, this game was all about Christian McCaffrey. He absolutely went off. 129 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and his best performance of the season. Every time he touched the ball, it felt like something big was about to happen. He found holes, broke tackles, and just kept driving through the defense. That's vintage McCaffrey. And the 49ers' ground game overall looked alive again, 174 rushing yards on 39 carries. That's how you dominate the trenches. You could tell from the opening drive that Kyle Shanahan wanted to control this game physically, and the offensive line answered the call. Even with all the injuries, the team showed grit. Now, on defense, the Niners were lights out. They held the Falcons to under 300 total yards, forced multiple punts, and kept Atlanta scoreless in both the first and fourth quarters. That's huge. The Falcons just couldn't move the ball when it mattered. Every time they started to build momentum, the 49ers shut it down. One of the biggest moments came late in the game, a massive strip sack and fumble recovery that completely killed Atlanta's comeback hopes. The energy in Levi's Stadium was electric. The fans knew that was the moment the game was sealed. But what makes this win even more impressive is the adversity San Francisco faced. They came in banged up, dealing with injuries to key players, including quarterback Brock Purdy, who's been nursing a toe issue. Still, this team didn't fold. They adapted, they stayed disciplined, and they played physical football from start to finish. That's the kind of mentality that defines championship teams. Now let's talk about Atlanta. The Falcons came into this game looking confident after that big win against Buffalo, but tonight they just couldn't find their rhythm. Bijan Robinson, one of the league's brightest young stars, was bottled up all night. Just 40 rushing yards. The 49ers' front seven made sure he never found open space. Atlanta's offense stalled again and again. Missed opportunities, poor execution on third down, and questionable play calling in the red zone. It wasn't pretty. The defense hung in there early, but once McCaffrey found his groove, it was over. And look, this isn't about talent. The Falcons have it. But games like this show the difference between good teams and great ones. The 49ers just executed better in every single phase. This win was huge for San Francisco. It keeps them in the driver's seat in the NFC West and reaffirms that they are still a serious Super Bowl contender. Even with injuries, they've proven they can adjust, grind, and win tough games. For the Falcons, it's back to the drawing board. At 3-3, the season isn't over, but consistency has to be the priority. They've got the playmakers, but they need to learn how to respond when the pressure's on, especially against elite teams like San Francisco. Let's talk about a few plays you've got to go back and watch. First, McCaffrey's explosive 15-yard touchdown run, that was vintage CMC. Perfect vision, balance, and burst. Then the long 55-yard field goal that pushed the Niners' lead and kept momentum squarely in their favor. And of course, that clutch defensive stand in the fourth quarter that sealed the deal, textbook 49ers football. Those moments tell the story of this game: physical dominance, smart coaching, and perfect execution when it mattered most. Looking ahead, the Niners will try to keep this momentum going as they continue to battle the Rams and Seahawks for NFC West supremacy. The biggest question now is health. Can they stay on the field and keep this level of performance? For Atlanta, the focus shifts to cleaning up mistakes and re-establishing their offensive identity. They've got too much talent to keep underperforming like this. But tonight belonged to San Francisco. The 49ers bounced back in a big way, the defense was suffocating, and Christian McCaffrey reminded everyone why he's one of the most dangerous players in football. So what do you think, Total Sport HQ fans? Was this McCaffrey's best performance of the season? Are the 49ers back to being elite, or do they still have something to prove? And what's next for the Falcons after this disappointing loss? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, I want to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Total Sport HQ, and share it with your fellow football fans. We've got more breakdowns, highlights, and hot takes coming your way all season long. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Total Sport HQ.